Ottawa head coach Colby Crank heading into the 2022 NAIA National Championships. State you know pretty well, a great wrestling state of Kansas.
Yep.
So what's it like for you? Kind of a thrill here to wrestle here, coach here, and do all things Kansas here in Wichita.
Man, it's really awesome. So my hometown's about 45 minutes away from here. So, you know, my folks will get to come over and watch, you know, my sister, niece, nephew. And then just a lot of familiar faces. You know, we're here a week ago for the state tournament. You know, it's a really easy trip for us to make, and it's just, you know, a place where we actually got to start our season here. This was our first tournament, so a lot of familiarity, you know, and just kind of excited to kind of see what we can accomplish.
You know, what's it like for you to come through this level? Four-time All-American, you wrestled a couple schools. You're coaching now.
Yeah.
You've had 3 college runs in the NAIA here in Kansas, and what's it like to run your own program here at Ottawa, kind of getting a fresh start and building a new tradition?
Yeah, man, it's been really, really awesome. You know, I'm fortunate. You know, I got to learn from a lot of great mentors. You know, Coach Garcia, you know, great model to follow. You know, and then him being right down the road still, you know, 15 minutes away, and being able to lean on him still as a resource, and then kind of, you know, put my own spin on it and be able to stack a couple recruiting classes together, and it's just exciting, and you know, taking a lot of ownership in it. But I mean, honestly, it's just been fun to watch these guys grow and develop, and there's a lot of firsts for us, right? So everything's exciting. You know, we got to go to national duels this year for the first time. That was awesome, and so
you guys did good there too.
Yeah. So
well, weren't you guys a late fill-in too?
Yeah. Yeah. So
and you make the top 8.
Yeah. So we finished in the top 6 as I think the 13 or 14 seed. We accepted on a week notice. I begged, you know, my admin was awesome. They're like, heck yeah, you know, go take that opportunity. So I shot up to Kentucky, and I think that was huge for this weekend as well. You know, some validation that they can compete with anybody. We're a really young team. We started 6 freshmen at that event, and a lot of those guys will be wrestling here. So, you know, excited to see how they're doing under these bright lights for the first time.
You were telling me beforehand how you get not just the Kansas kids on your team, but you got a wide net here. And what's the draw to Ottawa? And how do you get these kids from the coasts into Kansas?
Well, you know, we have a great location on the east side, so people think Kansas, they're thinking cornfields and cows and, you know, kind of all that kind of stuff. But, you know, we're on the east side of the state. Wrestling's huge over there. You can kind of even look at those border brawls with Kansas and Missouri. And so, you know, great location right outside of Lawrence, Kansas. But realistically, I think the biggest selling point, you know, we were able to bring Coach Layden over from Grandview on our staff, and does an incredible job of recruiting. But our guys are our biggest recruiters. You know, we've done. I think just being really enthusiastic about the process. We're still really fired up about it. And then just people that are just excited to be a part of, like I said, a lot of those firsts. And, you know, our guys are active in recruiting for us too. You know, they'll follow up. You know, if we can get them on campus, you know, it feels right at home. So location, excitement, you know, and enthusiasm, I think are all really, really big key points for us.
What about Randy over here? Randy, he's hiding out. I've known Randy about 20-some years.
That's actually the guy. I should have changed my answer, right? You know, that's why everybody's coming to Ottawa. You know, the godfather of Kansas wrestling. Randy, how many bronze cards are you responsible for?
About 3,500.
3,500 starts in coaching because of this dude, so he's a real deal, right? He's a man. Been around Kansas wrestling for a really long time. So
I think I met him in Fargo in 1999, first year I went out. So it's been a good run. We might have spent a time or two at the turf or herding horns together. But when we look at the dynamic of that recruit, you were telling me about one kid. You got a dual sport athlete, but he's not your typical dual sport athlete, and he's probably one every coach would love to have.
Yeah. So yeah, it was actually really, really unique. I think it came across my radar, and, you know, I maybe just kind of brushed past it. I think I saw esports at the top, and I went and doubled back, and I was like, holy crap, this guy's good. Justin Darter, so he's a member of our National Championship Call of Duty team, esports program.
I cannot believe that that phrase actually exists.
Yeah.
National Champion Call of Duty
Shout out Activision or whoever made that game, because he's an unbelievable kid. You know, he was a 3-time California State placer. Didn't get to wrestle his senior season, going for his 4th tournament placing. Would have been one of, you know, I think, you know, a select few in history in that state to get that done, and he was ranked #1 at the time. He ended, I think, top 7 recruit by Flow Wrestling and stuff. But you would never tell. He's the most quiet, unassuming kid, incredibly confident, really consistent. For being as young as he is, he got so much more figured out than I did at that age. But great wrestler, better dude, you know. So, but yeah, the esports thing, definitely unique. You know, outside of, and I love it, you know, no risk of injury or anything bad like that. So.
Yeah, you just got to worry about like a Mountain Dew overdose or something, right?
He might do that, yeah. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, wrestlers, video games, Mountain Dew, those things, it would, man, light bulb just went off. You could build the dynastic esports wrestling combination.
Yeah.
It's never been seen before.
Well, honestly, it's kind of crazy. So he was kind of like a bridge to that thing, you know. So Eddie Daniel was from Clackamas, from Idaho. He plays Counter-Strike, I think, over on that team. So we actually have a couple wrestlers dip their toes, but that's another cool thing about Ottawa that, you know, I think we have.
Bro, I play Mario Party with my kids. That's about it.
Hey, you know, I don't know who I was going to see this, but, you know, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, you know, I got that one on lock, you know. So if you think you can beat me, you know, we'll bump your scholarship up a little bit, you know. That'll be for all the marbles. But
I feel like this is that outtake of Grandma's Boy.
Yeah, dude, I know.
That's more gamer culture. So back to the world of wrestling here. We can get esports when he hits the podium. We'll come back and circle that one up. But again, we're back to normal. We've been talking about the roster size or the records of the athletes. We had a normal season. We're here. No separation. We've got basically the tournament like we did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What's it like just to be back in this environment?
Man, that's what we told those guys, you know, last year. So, like, you know, you get to this point, you know, last year we couldn't even talk to our families, right? You know, and that was really, really tough, you know, to be, you know, a couple seats away and just not even be able to interact with people that are, you know, getting on planes and stuff to get over here. I think we got to go to 2 tournaments last year before this one, so it was really hard to prepare. So, you know, even our first one, we've been incredibly grateful for the opportunity to just hop on a bus, you know, whatever that result may be. And like I said, even now, you know, getting to this thing with fans and few restrictions and just having this opportunity again, man, it's something we're incredibly grateful for. And one, I guess, silver lining, it's offered us so much great perspective, right? You know, even if it's not going your way all the time, even if there is some struggles and adversity, like you took this situation in a heartbeat a year ago. So we're really proud of the way that, you know, they responded. And, you know, our match counts are up there, man. We got, you know, 35, 40 matches with some of our guys. So it's been fun to watch, you know. Really excited about it.
You know, plans, thoughts, aspirations coming into this tournament for the team performance this year?
You know, I think the biggest thing is, you know, we just like a lot of kind of first-time guys here, a lot of true freshmen. You know, we want All-Americans. Like, we're not going to use that thing where, you know, we're young or we're new or we're growing. You know, we want to, you know, we're kind of out for some respect. You know, we want to show that we can go with anybody. And I think just moving forward, the future is so bright for this team. You know, we had 1 senior on our program, you know, this entire season. So our expectation is to compete with the best of them and knock a couple of them off.